What's up, everybody? Anybody? Somebody? I thought so. Figured somebody show up. So we'll get started. We get started. Yeah, about like that. So what's up? It's Friday night, everybody. Anybody? Is somebody here? Is anybody here? Did anybody know they were supposed to be here? No, y'all supposed to be in here. Where you at? Don't be hiding now. Hey, somebody showed up. Let me see. Get a couple more people on. I'll start running my mouth. Uh yeah, you gotta wait for it. Hold on. It won't be long. Get two more people. Get two more people. We get going, and we get cracking. Hmm. So what's up? It's 2025. It's 2025. Ask a bum. Silly an argument for me. Would you, Snow, settle an argument? What can I do for you? Ask a bum. What can I do for you, bruh? How can I settle an argument? What can I do? Talk to me. I'll talk back. What's to get down? Hmm. You coming back? Still there? Ask a bum, where you at? Okay, well, we got a couple people on here. So today I was just going to talk about the first time I went to Lancaster when I was level 4. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Hold on. Ask a bum. I've been arguing today with these Bruce Lee wannabe who swear that size doesn't matter in a fight, like a major size difference of 30 pounds or more don't matter. Set them straight. I'm a big guy. So, you know what I'm saying? I've been in fights. I've lost to a little guy one time, but we were in, you know what I'm saying, county jail and in between the bunks in a dorm situation. And he got the best of me because I couldn't do nothing with my size. But you know what I'm saying? I don't see a lot of people giving up a lot of weight in a fight and just, you know what I mean? Nah. But they got don't get it twisted. There's some really bad people. I heard a story about a guy in LA County Jail who supposedly beat up all the police and they couldn't do nothing to him. They couldn't stop him. So they had to go get the boy's father, the Asian boy's father, to come into the jail, brought him to the jail to go get your son, stop him, go get your son, stop him. But this dude ended up locked up for a long time. But a major size difference is still a huge factor, a huge factor. 30 pounds, that's a major factor. If you fighting somebody, you know what I'm saying, that much bigger than you. Now, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying, in the pen, if you fight, that's all you got to do is you fight. It don't matter if you a little guy. If you lose, as long as you willing to fight, 9 times out of 10, most people ain't gonna want to mess with you, and that's real. You know what I mean? People are looking for an easy win. In prison, people are looking for a meal. Some people don't have nobody sending them nothing. Some people don't have nothing. Some people don't have no hustle. Some people, are just trying to take what they can get, and it gets it gets dangerous then. But if somebody's giving up that size differences, that's gonna matter. That's gonna matter greatly. Okay, so back to Lancaster. So now this is like 1990. What was this? 1995. 1995. I got sent to Lancaster, uh, level 4 prison, and I had I got sentenced to 9 years with 80%. So I had to do like 7 or 8 years, and then I would be, able to get parole and go home. I'm up in here. I'm a white crip. As soon as I hit the yard, it's issues. So they try to put me up in the cell with a white dude. So I'm, telling them, look, man, if you put me up in the cell with a dude, it's going down. I'm just letting you know right now. If we go up in the cell, it's going down. I have no choice. I fear being in the cell with a white man because I figure he's going to, wait for me to go to sleep and then stab me. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing no, I'm not letting you have no, no. And I'm all my life, all my childhood, all growing up, I've been hearing if you ever go to the pen, boy, them white boys gonna kill you. If you ever go to prison, them white boys gonna kill you. So now here I am, I done been to level 1, got messed up, went to level 2, got into some stuff there, went to level 3, and then ended up paroling. But the only reason was it was time for me to go home. My points had went up from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, and now I was 1 point away from level 4, and I'm a screw up. I don't take direction well. Did you run into any Latino dudes in the prison? He has a YouTube channel now. Did you run into that Latino dude? Dubs. Nah, look. I don't know the dude. I don't. I've seen it. I've seen some of his stuff. You know what I mean? I checked him out personally. I don't know him. Don't know nothing about him. But nah, I was I've seen a lot of Latino dudes. I was just when I was in go back to Lancaster in level 4. When I was there, it was wicked because this is Lancaster is a southern prison. So it's, ran by the Southerners. And for a while, when we first got there were Norteños on the yard. And they was able to walk the yard, and it didn't last long because you know anytime the South, was feeling froggy, they would, they would and then it was one point when they had the Bulldogs, the Serenos had the Bulldogs, had to listen to them because they weren't Norteños anymore. And now they were, their own entity. So now they're not North or South, but they, can't ride with the North because the North was mad at them for separating from them because they were part of the North, which they're right in the middle. Uh, how did the Southsiders treat you in prison? I was treated with respect because I come with respect. I've had to deal with situations. It was again different story. I don't want to get off track. White chocolate. Evening, bruh. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Appreciate you. So Southsiders, they treated me, I was an oddity. I was an oddity for everybody, but once people, you have to interact with people. You might have, I at one point, I had a Southsider who was the jefe of the yard. He was, he was the boss man. And he was my next door neighbor, So we had, we spoke, but he did his thing, and I did my thing. I'm trying to survive. And that was my main priority while I was incarcerated was survival. I wasn't living, I look at it. I spent a lot of time just surviving. But now, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm able to live. Life keeps getting better. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? Everything is a new year. You know what I'm saying? It's life is good. So look, back to Lancaster. So so when I first got there, I was, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking, the whites are eventually, are gonna get me because I'm a Crip. So, my whole, you know what I'm saying, I'm telling everybody, you know what I'm saying, go get anybody one on one. One on one, line them up. Go get anybody one on one. Because I had an open invitation. Anybody got a problem with me? Come on one, and you can have it. So I had, you know what I'm saying, the first fight, the dude tried to hit me from behind. It was crazy because I just got there. So you go through an orientation period, you get classified, they figure out what they're gonna do with you. You know what I'm saying, I'm in my early 20s, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna put me in a vocation. I already got my GED, so they're gonna put me in a vocation to get me a vocational trade. So I wanted, you know what I'm saying, welding, but there was no room, it was full. So they put me in vocational drafting. So when I went into drafting, the I don't know, the shot caller for the Nazi lowriders is in this class. And now he has another partner, big old giant white boy. You know what I mean? Anyway, so they put me in this class. Now I don't know these dudes are in here, but when I get up in here, you know what I'm saying, the tension is there. I see what's going on. So, you know what I mean? I'm watching it, but I got homies. It's Crips. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's some blacks up in here that I know, you know what I'm saying? So I'm good. So, you know what I'm saying? Then I had to go to the restroom. So I go to the bathroom, and then the white dude comes in. You know what I'm saying? Now this dude is like 6'8". No bullshit. The dude's name was Oak Tree. The dude who was huge, giant, red hair, swastikas, tatted up. This is level 4. These So the fool I'm at the pisser. I'm standing up at the pisser, and the dude hit me in the back of the head. So he hit me in the back of the head, and I turned around, you know what I'm saying, and just started, you know what I'm saying, let's get down. But he rushes me up against the wall and tries to wrestle with me. So now we on the ground wrestling in the bathroom. So I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, the floor is slippery. We trying to, you know what I'm saying, get in. And the dude is over my back. So I'm trying to hit him in his nuts, do something. So the rumbling, whenever you in, you know what I'm saying, a situation, and the rooms, the way the buildings are made, it's making a lot of noise. So all the rumbling is going off. And now, you know what I'm saying, the teacher is coming. So we jump up. He goes to this side. I go to this side. I tell him this ain't over. So we huffing and puffing. I go my way. He goes, the teacher's coming around to see what was going on, and the dude takes off on another white dude in front of the teacher. I don't know what's going on, so I get down. Alarm goes off. Police run up in here. They jam him up for hitting him. The teacher seen that. But when they check everybody else, I got scratches. You know what I mean? Red marks. You could tell I've been in a physical altercation, so they got me up. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Did you get along with the Samoans and Asians? Yes, I got along with Samoans and Asians in one of the riots when I was in Lancaster. The Nazi lowriders, stabbed me, and then the other ones was trying to rush me from behind, and a bunch of Crips got involved. Even a Samoan Crip from SOS, Kamasi. What is this? What is this? How was the conversation like with the first CO off the bus reception? I'm thinking of the CO that has a clipboard asking everybody, Well, now, okay, white chocolate, I got a good one for this because now you got to look at it. You know what I'm saying? I did like, you know what I'm saying? I did 3 years and I got out for 7 months and I came right back. And then I did 12 years and 7 months straight. So then I got out. I stayed out 5 years and I messed up and I went back. When I went back after the 5 years, I hit the reception and I come in there and the officer with the clipboard is asking me. So, so he's looking at me and he's like, "Hey, do you got an older brother named Snow Rock?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm Snow Rock." And he's like, "Man, you look different without your hair." So back when I was in prison, I had long hair and I kept long hair and I kept it braided up. This way, you know what I'm saying? I used to tell my homeboys all the time, look, if it's ever a riot and the whites and the blacks, don't hit the white boy with braids. What is this? What is this? That's smart of you. You gotta have that open door policy. I bet the woods still never took a head up, though, however, by being outspoken to you. Hey, nah, you wrong. You know what I'm saying? I done had quite a few that accepted the challenge and stepped up. Different situations, but yeah, I done had some. I done had some white boys step up and get down. you know, I'm blessed to say that. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the fights I won. I feel, I might have got a mark or I remember one time I got hit and I had shades on. So the little metal piece that holds the arm onto the glasses, that little metal piece cut me over my eye because the dude hit me and he just broke my glasses because it just grazed me. He didn't get me good. But it broke my glasses and it put a cut over my eye, so I was bleeding. But the dude, he got his nose broke, and that's my thing is, the police, they knew the situation and they knew me, and there was a lot of black staff, a lot of black correctional officers that that helped me, along the way. I had officers that wrote it up so that I was defending myself, and I didn't get no time. And, I'm allowed to defend myself according to their rules, their Title 15 rule book. You're allowed to defend yourself. So I'm going to defend myself until, when that dude is done, then I'll get down. As long as I'm not in this place where I'm gonna have to worry about somebody kicking me or I'm not getting down, And then the officers back then, the officers used to tell you, look, if y'all out on the yard fighting, I'm gonna let y'all fight. I'm gonna let y'all get good and tired because after y'all get done, I don't want y'all fighting me. I just want to do my job and go home. And he meant that. Uh, I keep long hair too. Same shit. Hey, man, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Shit gone. Man, you know what I'm saying? My shit ran away a long time ago. Nah, you know what I'm saying? I guess I don't know. I think I was 21. My hair started running away on the top. But that's the way it is. Was you the only white crip you met on the yard? I've been on yards where there was one, or you know what I'm saying. I've never seen more than that, and it's rare. Like I said, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. There are other white Crips. San Diego, I only know of two. I only know of two in San Diego. We're smaller than LA, and San Diego is a blood city. But Whack Deuce from Linda Vista, he's a real one. And me, I don't. It's been other ones that you know what I'm saying, started the process. And, you know what I'm saying, I know one, you know what I'm saying, Sporty Loc, I heard, you know what I'm saying, I heard Sporty Loc went over to the SNY side or gave up, dropped his flag. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. It ain't my business. I don't care. you know, did any whites ever refuse to attack you because you didn't feel, because did any whites ever refuse to attack you because he didn't feel it was right? Yes. Ah, man, it was back in the day that I guess it was called In the Hat. The whites had a reference, you know what I'm saying, if you're white and you're incarcerated, and you don't go get that guy, you're gonna go in the hat. And if you're in the hat, then it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, then people are going to be trying to attack you. And I've had people comment on on some of my other stuff. It was one guy, he said that he was in prison and the whites told him that he had to stab me. And he told him, fuck that. And he got out and he said, I'm a plumber now. Fuck prison. Hey, he's a smart man. He's a smart man. But no, I've met others who, you know what I'm saying, who were told, look, you got to go do this. And it was like, no. And then there have been other situations that I know of where this dude was sent over here, to do something. But then once he got a hold of the narcotics and the party favors on the yard, then, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't that important anymore. And it's those situations where I've had to go and literally get at the shot caller, you know what I'm saying, and be like, look, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm hearing that you're supposed to be doing this and that, and this is because the administration, the police would call me in the office and, oh, hey, we got kites saying that you're going to be stabbed, so we're recommending you be moved off the yard. And I don't want to get moved off the yard. So hold up, you know what I'm saying? What can I do? Okay, we'll sign this chrono saying that if something does happen and if you do get stabbed, then we're not responsible. Okay, here. I'll sign that paperwork, no problem. So I sign that paperwork. Then I go back to the yard and I go to the shot caller. Hey, man, what's up with this? Why the police doing this? Your people are telling that you're going to do something to me. Why don't you do something to me right now? And, you know what I'm saying, literally get at the dude aggressively, because like I'll be ready to, you know what I'm saying, you say something wrong, I'm just going to take off and maul you out. And you know what I'm saying, all I'm going to get is 90 extra days. you know, but at the time I was a beast, you know what I mean? I'm my only goal is to hurt somebody. If and you're the one making threats, you're the one supposed to be doing something to me. So I get at the shot caller. It was this one dude named Spinner. And he was like the shot caller at a little, and he's running around doing a bunch of stupid stuff, and then he gets in trouble and gets his points jacked up. I mean, your points go up, you go to another level. So he went to level 4. We were in level 3. So his points went up, and he went to level 4. And then when he got to level 4, the other whites stabbed him, like, you know what I'm saying, real bad, a bunch of times. I don't know nothing about it. He's in another prison. I don't know nothing about it until administration and staff. Hey, Snow, you know that guy Spinner? I'm like, yeah, I remember him. What about him? Oh man, they stabbed him a whole bunch of times and put him in intensive care unit because he didn't stab you when he was here. I'm like, so why are you telling me? you know, but there was a lot of situations like that. Dudes would didn't want to do anything. What about any white damus from SAC or any white or Asian 415 cats? Nah, I done met a white damu, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's rare. You know what I mean. It's not a lot. And then those that the circles I was, you know what I mean? Like I don't know too many white boys that been to level 4, white Crips. I don't know too many of them that been to level 4. Level 3, you know what I'm saying? Level 3 is maximum security. So level 3 and level 4, nah. You might make it on level 1 and level 2, but level 3 and level 4, you having problems. Believe me, you know what I'm saying? I spent over 20 years in there having problems. And I, you know what I'm saying, had more fights than I can remember, uh, more than I care to remember. Uh, you never got validated. I don't know if they validate Damus and Keyways like they do other groups. Well, that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? At one point, there was situation where people were saying that Snow Rock, this white boy Crip, was a shot caller for the San Diego Crips in prison. And you know what I'm saying, they were trying to validate me for that. That you know what I'm saying, I was told that was a point on my record because so many people said that I was, telling people what to do and pulling strings and doing stuff. That's what got me shipped out of Donovan after I was in Donovan level 3 for 8 years. This was from 98 to like '05. Oh, no. Yeah, like '04, '05. Something like that. What about Oakland's Black call themselves in prison? Oh, 415s, the Kumis, it's a whole bunch of different groups. That's the one thing. In prison, the blacks can't get together. Blacks can't get together in prison. It's too many different factions. You got the non-affiliates, you got the Crips, you got the Bloods, you got all the different groups within just the Crips, and then all the different groups within just the Bloods, and they don't all get along, and all the Crips don't get along. And then there's, you know what I'm saying, the other ones, you know what I'm saying, you up north, you got, you know what I'm saying, the Kumi, you got the 415, you got it depends on where you're at, you know what I'm saying, where you're from and what area and what you know what I'm saying, some people claim this, some people claim that. And it's just, you know what I'm saying, there's so many different groups, and that's why we can't come together because it's too many. Everybody is a chief. Ain't no Indians. And that was the main thing, you know what I'm saying? Black structure is I was laced up by my big homie. He told me don't never count on nobody to have your back. The day you count on somebody to have your back is the day you gonna end up, you know what I'm saying, with something stuck in your back. And I done been stabbed 13 times. Not to say, you know what I'm saying, that they wasn't stabbing me in the back. But you know what I'm saying, I done been stabbed 13 times. I've been in more fights than I can remember. And now I'm living. Man, life is good. Look, y'all tripping. Y'all ain't knowing. Whack dudes look like I was just what? You still eating cornbread? The holidays is over with, boy. Put the food down. Whack, don't get me started. Do a whole show just clowning. What's cracking? Not at all. Oakland is 415. Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? The for a while, you know what I'm saying, the 415s didn't get along with the Southern like Crips and Bloods. And, you know, there was, you know what I'm saying, tension and you know what I'm saying, it was felt when I was in Corcoran, it was, you know what I'm saying, it was like that. But that's the thing, you know what I'm saying, that it's all part of the man's plan. Keep us separated. As long as we separated, we can't come together. If all the inmates came together, the police couldn't control us. That's the thing. As long as we was fighting each other, we were good. And they would make sure of it. Man, they would make sure of it. Look, it's been situations where I know the officers set some stuff up so that, you know what I'm saying, a little melee riot kicked off. You know what I'm saying? It was the whites and the Hispanics, but you know what I'm saying, I know the officer. I know how foul they are. Nah, I'm talking about your supposed nephew, Cornbread from Oceanside. See, there you go. I wouldn't put the boy name out there, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about Cornbread punk ass. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He brought one name up. There was another white crip who hit the yard, and he was, you know what I'm saying, from San Diego, and his name was Cornbread from Oceanside. And the dude hit the yard, and you know what I'm saying, there was a riot. I ended up, you know what I'm saying, getting stabbed. I ended up breaking I broke the shot caller's jaw in three places, knocked out two teeth. They say his teeth was wiggling around in his jaw because it was broke. Hey, but he was the first one I hit. I blindsided him. I gave him everything I got. And you know what I'm saying, at the time I'm like 245 pounds of muscle, and angry, mad at the world. And, I gave him everything. I broke his jaw. You know what I mean? When I hit him, I knew he was out. I felt, you know what I'm saying, something. Something gave way. And you know what I'm saying, after that, it was I got swarmed. But you feared Wes Watson, right? Everybody feared Wes Watson. He's the toughest, man. Well, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. I spent majority a good portion of my life incarcerated. I ain't never heard of Wes Watson. When I got out of prison, you know, I got out, was out 5 years, and went back to prison. And I'm from San Diego. This dude is I seen, you know what I'm saying, because just what, maybe 2 months, a month ago was the first time I ever heard of the Wes Watson. And you know what I'm saying, I don't know this guy. And then, you know what I'm saying, they're talking about he's been in prison and did all that. And then I seen something else that was saying that he wasn't even in no California prisons. He was in out of state prisons. Come on, you know what I mean? I heard his story is a fake mistake. But you know what I'm saying, he's a businessman. Hey, get your money, Wes, do your thing. I don't know nothing about West. You know what I mean? I'm from the streets. I'm from Southeast, and I heard, you know what I'm saying, because I was curious. This dude from Dago. Let me check this. Oh, he from up north. He had money. You know what I mean? He didn't make all that money. You know what I'm saying? He made something, but you know what I'm saying? He came from money. He was somebody told me, you know what I'm saying, but the area he's from the higher class area. He had to connect. I was the one robbing the connect. Different class. I was, you know what I'm saying, in the gutter. He was, you know what I'm saying, in the penthouse. Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? I don't fear Wes Watson. Ask a bum. I'm kidding. Wes makes videos acting like he's the baddest man who ever walked the prison yard. Oh, I've seen some of them. I've seen it's comedy. Look, I am not mad at him at all. Do what you got to do, man. Whatever works, get your hustle on. This is a business. I'm on here. Hey, give me $1 million. Shit, man. Look, nah, I don't need that much. You know what I'm saying? I'm a small time hustler trying to make it. You know what I mean? I got a job, so I'm one day I'm gonna be able to retire. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, if YouTube like me enough, you know what I'm saying, I might be able to retire early. If not, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make it through no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Can't stop, won't stop is how your boy lives. I believe that. Uh are you cool with any Southside Compton Crips? I don't. I personally, I think the only one I know isn't around anymore. I was in level 4 when I was in Lancaster. Level 4, it was it was a dude that got beat up by Tupac's brother. So I think it had Brim. His name was Brim, and he was from Southside Compton. I don't remember his government name. But his brother was the one that was getting beat up by Tupac and them in the casino after the fight, and then he ended up dead. And the dude that I was with, his brother, was talking about it because you know what I'm saying. You know, we was on the yard, and when he got out, he ended up, you know what I'm saying. You know, he ended up getting killed. Let me see what's that. Whack Deuce, I learned your name about the same time I heard about Snow Rock. In 2010, there wasn't many white men in black organizations, at least where I'm from, San Francisco. My loved ones used to. uh, you all was like the success story of my. Hey, appreciate it. White chocolate man, appreciate it. Ask a bum, what was prison like after Tupac passed? Was it more tense? No, it didn't have nothing to do. Nah, I don't think it had. I don't think prison even noticed. Nah, I don't think after Pac died, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, you know, no one noticed. Prison was fucked up. It's gonna be fucked up and it's gonna always be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They need to get rid of that shit. Da, 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 da. Snow Rock the original. Man, you know what I'm saying? Look, hey, all I did was what I was supposed to do. I tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? I ain't do nothing special. All I did was what I was supposed to do. The only thing is, most people don't. Most people don't. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, salutes to you, white chocolate. Salutes to you, whack. You know what I'm saying? You know, look, I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think I'm just like Carlton. Think about how Carlton was on Fresh Prince. Carlton was white than a motherfucker. Carlton was, you know what I'm saying, you know, but no, Carlton, you know what I'm saying, you know, Carlton was just like us. You know what I'm saying, you know, it's just different. But it's the same with anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody just wants to fit in. Everybody just wants to be a part of the, you know what I'm saying, a part of the group, part of the unit. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see myself. That's the way I see my story. I just wanted to be a part. You know what I mean? And growing up, when I was a kid, that's it. All I wanted was, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of the set, the hood. All I wanted was a name and a reputation. And it's like, man, I used to think, man, you know what I'm saying, you know, I wasted my life just to get a name and a reputation. Cause I got it. I got a name and a reputation, but I didn't waste my life. It taught me a lesson. It taught me a lesson that I use every day. You know what I'm saying? Because if there's something I want and I'm willing to do the work it takes, I can do anything. Ask a bum, bro. I was in prison the night Tupac passed. There was a vice lord nicknamed Biggie 3 cells down for me. The night Pac passed, all the GDs shouted threats at the dude. That's fucked up. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You know, you talking about the out of state in Chicago, something like that. Nah, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? You know, now I've heard of how, you know what I'm saying, you know, the get down is, and you know what I'm saying, you know, because the GDs run blue, you know what I mean? You know, so they fuck with keyways. At the same time, the vice lords, you know what I'm saying, they'll run red and they'll, you know what I'm saying, fuck with the Damus. And you know what I'm saying, you know, this shit, you know what I'm saying, this gangbanging shit that went worldwide. Man, it was in the Super Bowl. Man, can't nobody say nothing. You know what I mean? It was big cripping at the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They had white millionaires, you know what I'm saying, in the skyboxes, sea walking. Sea walking. They did that. There was, yeah, this was in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, GD. Okay. Why you think Cali prison is so divided racially? I think the staff does it. It's administration. It's a divide and conquer mentality. They do things to incite. I've been in more than my share of riots, fights, melees, and get downs, and I've seen staff that have incited and pushed the issue to make something happen, just so that after the melee, we're all on lockdown. They don't have to do no work. So, you know what I mean? They get a kickback in the office and sit around. It's just another day for them. They get paid no matter what. But I think the administration, they control that. You know what I mean? The narrative, it has to, they control how many, of this group go into each tank. Think about it. Now I understand overpopulation. There's more of these people than these people. Nah, I've seen it. Look, I've been a part of it. I've been put in situations, where, like I said, uh, yeah. Okay, so look, back to Lancaster, level 4. So now the first riot, the first riot I was in, you know, I was on the basketball off the on the grass watching the basketball tournament, and this was a black area, so other races don't go through. Controlled areas. So this was an area that's was the black area. So I'm sitting down there with my homeboy watching the basketball tournament, and a white dude went through the blacks and stabbed me. So the dude, shanked me right behind my ear, and he hit a bone, my skull, and it stopped. So I don't know. I thought the dude socked me. So I get a shocking hit, and I turn around, and he's gone. He's taken off. He just hit me as he went by. So now I jump up to go chase after him. I don't know. It was a bunch of Crips behind me. It was Scoob and Duck from East Coast Crip. It was Psycho Mike from Linwood neighborhood. It was it was a couple other keyways. I can't remember the name, but I get to them. So they seen the white boy stab me. I don't know none of this, right? Get hit and I take off after the dude. The plan was to draw me out, to get me out of the black area, and the other Nazi lowriders were going to come from behind and they were all going to get me. So I went out chasing the bait because this dude hit me. I don't know he stabbed me. I just think he hit me. So I'm thinking he socked me as he ran by, and I'm chasing after him. So I go chasing after him, and the other Crips seen what was going on, seen me get stabbed, and seen the whole thing before it happened, and cut him off at the pass and saved my white ass. On everything, you know what I mean? Because this is what happened. The other Nazi lowriders, they were coming to get me, and they got attacked by the other Crips. And as they were running to them, other people, got involved. There was a Samoan named Kamasi from Long Beach SOS. Whack Deuce, you know who I'm talking about. There was a blood named Posse from Swan, L.A. blood from Compton Swans, and his name was Posse. And it was cracking, and people stepped up, you know what I'm saying, for me. I didn't ask, you know what I'm saying, they just jumped, you know what I'm saying, no question. These was real Crips. These was real homies. These was real motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying, kept it real. And I love y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? On 40s. I appreciate it. Because I'm still here to tell the story today. I could have died that day. You know what I mean? But because of that, you know what I'm saying, the riot kicked off and there was fights all over, you know what I'm saying, a few stabbings. So we all went to the hole, you know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of whites, a bunch of blacks. You know what I mean? We all went to the hole. So we came back. Kamasi, yeah. Cuz is SOS for real. Yeah, cuz from Long Beach, right? Long Beach SOS. He was a real one. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It was real ones on the line. And them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, kept a motherfucker alive. A motherfucker able to tell the story today because of these motherfuckers. Man, I appreciate y'all. Nah, it's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Life is good. And I ain't got man, you know what I'm saying? All the time I spent up in them cages. And that was the first time I got stabbed in Lancaster. I'm still in Lancaster level 4. And then after this, some time went on. It was like another year. And it was like a year later. And then, you know what I'm saying, I was coming back from chow and I was walking with a I was walking with a dude, you know what I'm saying? It was a black dude, and he was supposed to be a Keyway. He was supposed to be from, you know what I'm saying, a certain place, but it's not my business to put nobody out there. That's not my cup of tea. So anyway, you know what I'm saying, we walking back from chow together, you know what I'm saying? The white boy, Nazi Lowrider, runs up behind me, stabs me in the neck. The dude next to me disappeared. I don't know where the hell. So, you know what I'm saying? The dude hits me and it hits me again. I turn around and I get my hands up and now I see he got a knife. It's like so imagine a metal piece of the oven rack, the kitchen rack, just a little piece of metal like that, like an ice pick. And it had like a handle, something like, you know what I'm saying, a piece of towel wrapped around it as a handle. It had blood on the knife. So I don't know how bad I'm hit. You know what I mean? But I know he done stabbed me. I didn't know at first. So now, you know what I'm saying, I square him up and we walking back from chow. So it's a bunch of people walking back on the track. So I square him up, you know what I'm saying, and I'm turning him like, because they just changed the rules saying that they can't shoot unless they see a weapon. If they see a weapon involved, then the gun tower is allowed to shoot because they were killing too many people. So they changed the rules. So I'm turning him like, hey, look, he got a knife. Look, he got a knife. And the dude in the tower says, hey, y'all in front of 3 buildings, stop horse playing. Oh, man. So now, you know what I'm saying, here I am, you know what I'm saying, this fool got a knife, you know what I mean, so I flinch and then I flinch and he swung and he got the knife caught in my jacket and it was the rain jacket. So the knife got stuck and he couldn't pull it out and that left him in range and I caught him. I hit the fool one time, you know what I'm saying, dropped him, broke his jaw. When he hit the ground, I jumped on top of him. Now I got my legs, I got his arms under my legs, and his face is right here. I'm just giving him all I can. And then the police, you can hear the boots and the keys. Their keys are loud, you know what I mean? Because they got the little chain and, so they running and you hear the boots and the stomping and I hear the police coming. They coming. And I don't know what the hell to do, you know what I mean? So I dive to the side right before they tackle me. And then I spread it out. And then the police is on me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I can't breathe. Because I found out that if you tell them you can't breathe, you get immediate medical attention. I thought that might be necessary. So anyway, it got me immediate medical attention. But, you know what I'm saying, come to find out, the stab wounds, one went in 1.5 inches in the back of my neck, and then the other one went in 1 inch. That's the thing. He was only 1 inch away from a kill shot trying to sever the brainstem. Luck or the Lord? Hmm, you choose. I already have. Uh, I'm still here. And I figure, you know what I'm saying, he kept me here for a reason. So look, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep pushing. Can't stop, won't stop. You know. So what's up? Anybody got anything? Cause that was the last time, you know what I'm saying, I had to deal with a bloody shank. Because look, I swear, you know what I'm saying, I don't think about none of this until later. So afterwards, you know what I'm saying, I go to the hole and then I get 2 band-aids and I got long hair. So the hair covers up the band-aids but on the back of my neck. So can't nobody see nothing. Don't nobody know nothing. I come to the hole without a mark on me. This guy don't come to the hole. Everybody wondering where he went. They sent him out to the hospital to get his jaw wired shut. He got his jaw wired shut and had to have the wires in for 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, the whites jumped him, made him go PC, protective custody, because they were trying to kill him because he didn't do a good job. He stabbed me and I came without a mark and he went and got his jaw wired shut. He made him look bad. But anyway, he tried. He tried to, you know what I'm saying? He tried to do the job. If you think about it, you know what I'm saying? He was 1 inch away. Or was somebody else in the way? Look, I'm blessed by the best and praying for the rest. you know, but no more bloody shanks for me. That's the thing, I always had to worry about, because they never came to stab me face up. I had a reputation with these. So, they tried to come another way. And I'm not here bragging. I'm not here bragging. I fought too many battles. Some of them I didn't need to. I just was pushing the issue because I knew what I could do and what I couldn't do in order to, do what I had to do. And look, wasn't nothing fun about it. Wasn't nothing fun about it. Oh man. Who got something? It's Friday night, man. What y'all got going on? Anybody? Somebody? Oh man. I done been on here a whole hour. All right. So look, the bloody shank went in my neck. But I'm still here. Still here. He kept me here for a reason. That's why y'all listening now. Hey, it's Friday night. Y'all go have some fun. I'm just gonna have some fun. Bye.